Okay folks, this will be a real challenging one. It is a very minimalist piece, which is going to challenge my creative use of this product, or this, yeah. Let's see how we go with this piece of work that I'm going to do. It would be a challenging one, but it could be rewarding. So let's see how we go setting up this silly copier system. We definitely have to blow it up to 400 for this. But I found it and I washed it, and it, yeah. I'm taking out the black and taking out the magenta. We're keeping the yellow and the cyan. I'm going to make this into a green colour. Okay, let's see what this thing is. It is, you guessed it, it's an Apple long sleeve shirt with the Apple logo. I really don't like Apple because Apple's all about making a huge profit. They don't seem to care about anything else but making loads of money off people who are so gullible to think that the next Apple product is going to be truly game-changing and innovative and exciting. I don't see that from what I can tell. I wouldn't dare buy an Apple product now. I have had Apple, but I don't like the man behind Apple. His name is Tim Cook, the CEO. He's a real fucktard. He came in when Steve Jobs died, or just shortly after Steve Jobs died, and it just hasn't been the same Apple. He still copies Steve Jobs' demo speeches, you know, those product openings, and he just seems to be letting people down who love Apple, the people that really care, the nerds and the geeks. And that looks interesting colour-wise. The nerds and the geeks who supposedly think Apple is really cool and really hip and really something, and basically Apple is just a load of what you could say smoke and mirrors, folks. Smoke and fucking mirrors is what Apple is all about. It's all about making fucking money, and they've even got this thing that has been nicknamed the Apple tax, where a person who buys an Apple product gets taxed because fangirls and fanboys are so gullible and they get sucked in by Apple that they get taxed for being loyal to the product. So it's really crazy shit, and that's come up looking quite interesting. Maybe I could rumple it because I can see the rumples look nice there. So Tim Cook is all about money and all about fuckery. It was a real shock at first when he pulled the headphone jack out of the Apple iPhone 7. He removed the headphone jack and basically gave us these things known as AirPods. And yeah, they're a really silly idea. But basically that was a game changer from Tim Cook. And people were not happy with that at first, but now everyone's accepted it. And even companies like Samsung, which is what I'm shooting this video on, also have removed the headphone jack. They just copy each other. That's what I hate about industry, is that they don't have any original ideas, and when they do have ideas, they follow each other and they all do stupid things, like removing the headphone jack. Really silly copycat, and the photocopier industry is full of shit as well. You don't see any new innovations in the photocopier industry. So, but the thing is, I'm not a fangirl of Konica Minolta, I'm not a fangirl of Xerox, I'm not a fangirl of Ricoh or any company. I don't see myself as a part of the companies, and this has come out looking nice, but we don't have the Apple logo. I think I've got it the wrong way round. I think I've got to move it down. But basically, I don't see myself as a fangirl I don't follow the industry. I do follow them, but I don't follow them as in I like them. I follow them because I hate them. And I've got an axe to grind, and I want them to hear this axe, to know that I'm out there defaming their product, because I don't care what they think. I don't care about the industry anymore. I have this real don't care attitude towards what they think of me. I don't care anymore, folks. And there's the Apple logo right off the page. We just have to squeeze it in and make it look really nice. But basically, I don't give a fuck anymore about what the industry thinks of me, or the people, the big people in their power. I don't care anymore. Shai Yamana is the CEO of Konica Minolta, and I don't care what I think, what he thinks of me, and I don't pledge allegiance to Konica Minolta. I use their product because I have to use it. It's what I need for this project that I'm creating, and it looks interesting, but not quite what I'm after. I'm trying to make this into something really interesting, even though I'm not an Apple fan. Definitely not. I won't buy Apple. The other thing I hate about Apple is you don't have a micro SD card slot. I always shoot my demos onto a micro SD card rather than the phone, so I have it all on card automatically, and it's always there. And when I'm finished with filling up the card, I just chuck it in a pot, in a container, and just put a new card in, and we'll sort the rest out later. And that's come up looking quite nice, actually, I think. I actually think maybe we could take a section out of that and enlarge it. Or maybe we'll do it better. But basically, I just don't have any allegiance anymore to any of the companies that build the photocopiers. And I don't care anymore if they hate me or not. I really don't give a flying rat's fats about it. I really don't care. The photocopier industry is full of shit, but we also got to realise that it's really sad that, getting back to the Apple people, the Apple fans, it's really sad that they get done over by Apple, and basically, yeah, Apple doesn't seem to care that so many people love their product, and so many people are willing to go the extra mile to buy the product, and they don't seem to care. They just want to make a profit out of gullible people. And it's really sad that they don't treat their customers with respect. So, Tim Cook, you're a fucking asshole, wanker. Tim Cook, you are a shithead. Make no bones about it. I fucking hate you, and I hate your fucking product. Go fuck yourself, bitch. Yeah, I don't care what he thinks, what that bitch thinks of me. He can go fuck himself and his bloody stupid ideas that he uses to make fucking an obscene amount of money at the cost of fanboys and fangirls who really care and love the product and love the whole thing. I don't know, do they love Tim Cook? That's the question. I can't answer that. I haven't done any research on that, so I can't say. And we've lost the Apple logo altogether once again. Do wonder why I can't get what I want. So yeah, Tim Cook is a real charlatan, and I don't have any kind of admiration or respect for him and his money fucking kind of people that really don't care about the environment. Yes, I hear that that Apple talks about their place in the US, Cupertino, as being run on renewable energy and all that sort of stuff. But when your product, and that's another thing, that leads me up to another thing. What about when the product slows down? The product, like phones, the speed of the phone slows down with the new updates that they put in. You know, like, those are things that I hear about, people talking about how the phone slows down, data or whatever it is, because of the new updates that are installed that are designed to make your phone obsolete a lot quicker than what you'd like it to. And that can't be good for the environment, folks. That's a bit of a joke, a bit of a contradiction, you could say, a contradictory action to slow down the phone to make with the intent of making it unusable, and therefore you have to fucking upgrade it. Or they call it upgrading, I call it replacing, folks. It is what it is, folks. It is not upgrading is what the software is doing to the phone. But basically they're making their upgrades into slowdowns, and I really hate that. And I hate the way Tim Cook just doesn't seem to care. So I really wish this would look better, folks. This is really difficult, folks. Try and make sure that Apple logo is in a nice little spot. Twist it around a bit, make it a bit nicer. Try and twist the material, because I really hate Tim Cook, and I don't see innovation. I don't know much about Apple because I don't have an Apple product. I just got a gut feeling that it's not good. Or at least, judging by not having a micro SD card or having these issues with slowdowns and all that. And it really isn't a very flattering image for a company like Apple. And this is not working very well. I'm not really getting much satisfaction out of this piece that I'm doing. I'm finding it really hit and miss. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. It's a bit better in that position. Trying to get this to look good, folks. Maybe it's Tim Cook. Maybe Tim Cook is jinxing my efforts to make this into something interesting. Maybe it's Tim Cook. He's a fucking asshole who jinxes. Do we believe in jinxes, folks? That's an interesting class thing, should I say? Jinxes. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think we can work with that. I do like the overall shape of the rumples, and if the Apple logo isn't showing totally, maybe it could symbolise Apple being ashamed of itself, ashamed of not being the innovative company that it was under the power of Steve Jobs, the original. So we do need more people. We need a nerd and a geek running Apple. We need an Apple fan. We need a full-on Apple fan running Apple. That's the bottom line, folks. We can't have an unenthusiastic dickhead who just cares about money. We can't have that, folks. It's not the future. We need fucking nerds and geeks in control. We need nerds and geeks to take on these charlatans, to take on these big people. Who cares if you get into trouble? Oh, sure, you got to be careful, right? But I'm not going to fucking let these big people run me over like a fucking racetrack. No, the photocopier industry will be mine one day. I am going to fight Konica Minolta. I hate Konica Minolta. I'm going to make them bankrupt, folks. That's what I'll do. I'll defame them and I'll tell what I believe is the truth about this shit, and I'm going to fucking screw them over. So, yeah. So, basically, I'm just going to get my facts straight about Konica Minolta, and then I'm just going to spew it. Because I hate this company and I hate the people, and like Apple, it's full of shit. So, yeah. So let's see how we go with this Apple sender. Okay, so that's our Apple logo, looking interesting, hiding behind the rumples as if it's ashamed of itself. trying to find somewhere to line these pieces up. It's really difficult, folks. But I really hate the way the tech industry has gone, the photocopier industry and other tech as well. So it's really, and this, something's wrong here with this piece. I don't know why it's not lining up. It's a real pain in the ass. Maybe it was the, oh shit, who cares? It's fucked, stupid industry. Anyway, that's come up looking a real treat. I think we can now call this demo finished.